Alright guys, we're going to be talking about how to deal with the crazies out there. And yes, if you're hitchhiking, you will be more vulnerable and acceptable to this type of activity, type of people. It's just something you have to deal with. I was in what was that one truck stop out of Buckeye? It was a TA. Yeah. Topia or something. It was a TA. Middle of nowhere. I wasn't hitchhiking. I was with my buddy. He was parked. And I got bored and decided that, hey, I should go, like, walk around or something. And there was this homeless guy. He was hitchhiking. And there was something going on with him. He was literally talking to himself, having a full-fledged conversation, and he would blatantly say weird things like, I screwed your daughter to some guy, like two yuppies, and I'm like, yo man, you gotta kick rocks if you're gonna talk like that, dude. And then he'll call me evil and say, you're evil, you're going to hell. The devil's upon you. I'm like, what should I do at that moment? Can't call the law. I can, but the law's not going to do much about it other than to relocate him somewhere. The mental institution can only house him for so long, and then he's back on the streets. It's something that you're gonna run into, and you gotta learn how to not pay attention to craziness. Crazy people are out there. There's varieties of them. There's schizophrenic, paranoia, and whatnot. This is a very touchy subject to talk about. Everybody's different in handling it. Handling certain situations when it arises. I'm going to continue talking about this within this video, because I know a lot of you have questions like, how do I deal with certain topics? Yeah, it's out there. I've run into a lot of craziness. I've had people, like, batshit crazy point guns at me, go senile, like, whoa, how is this possible? Sometimes you just gotta take it face value, right? I like doing this type of stuff live, but apparently some of my viewers are just not willing to talk. They're not willing to ask me questions about how do you deal with certain topics. And I'm willing to address it. It is just that they don't want to, like, sound like meanies out there. Now, there'll be times that you're just in the moment and not willing to hear it. And you get violent. It's just, one way to deal with it is just to, like, not even pay attention to it or address it into a situation that it is least confrontational. With that guy, I'm like, really? Really, how do you deal with it? So, I'm actually going to figure out some words and stuff to talk about it. If I can get somebody to talk about it with me, that'd be fine. So, I'm going to make some phone calls to see if anybody have tips. If not, we'll just have a one-on-one, well, obviously one-on-one conversation with you. But anyway, I will video off of this phone and read off some of the stuff, how to deal with it online, and the links will be in the bottom like always. But I'll see you when I see ya. Website here. Ah, you crackhead. Let me take off this deal. This deal is making it stay where I need it to stay. Alright, I know you see more of the window, but I'm going to be reading to you guys a deal here. How 20 expert tactics for dealing with difficult people. As they say, believe it or not, you can stay calm, diffuse the conflict between you and that psychotic person. There is different wordings. So this is one of the 20 things that I will be telling you off of this website. Number 1 says, listen to the number 1 step in dealing with unreasonable people. Everyone wants to feel heard. No progress can take place until the other person feels acknowledged. While you're listening, really focus on what the other person is saying, not what you want to say next. 2, stay calm. When a situation is emotionally charged, it is easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment. Monitor your breathing. Try to take some slow breath and don't judge. Number 3 is don't judge. You don't know what the other person is going through. Chances are, if a person is acting unreasonable, they are likely feeling some sort of vulnerability or fear. 4, respect. I can't speak on a Sunday. Reflect respect and dignity towards the other person. No matter how a person is treating you, showing contempt will not productively resolve the situation. So if you are combative with that person, you're showing that person you're willing to put up with their arguments. So the best thing to do is keep walking and get away from that situation. 5, look for that hidden need. What is this person really trying to gain? What is this person trying to avoid? See, what I don't see the avoidance, but I see that when somebody is trying to attack you in a situation, they're trying to gain something out of it in the meanwhile. Now, the victim could see that you're trying to avoid the situation because of something. Now, if you just met the random person, they have no idea, or you have no idea what they're talking about. Because in a psychotic moment, or a schizophrenic, they're only going off of what happened in their past. They're not realizing you're a different person at that moment. They're not. They don't ration in the moment. They don't ration until they realize, holy shit, sorry for going off on you, type thing. 6, look for others around you who might be able to help. If you're at work there's an irate customer, quickly scan to see if a colleague is close to you. 7, don't demand compliance. For example, telling someone who's upset to be quiet and calm down will just make him or her more angry. Instead, ask the person what they are upset about and allow them to vent. That's the number 1 thing that I work with. Let them vent. They're just mad because whatever situation arises from it. 8, saying I understand usually makes things worse. Instead say, Tell me more so I can understand better. That could help in some instances. That could. Yeah, that really could. I don't know. Well, this is going to get a little too long for this subject. I'm just going to skip down to number 11. I'm going to read off. There is 20 facts that you can read, but these are long paragraphs, and I do have some words to say with them if I feel like it. So, number 11 says, don't return anger with anger. Raising your voice, pointing your finger, or speaking disrespectfully to the other person will add fuel to an already heated situation. Out there while hitchhiking, you will encounter heated situations. So you have to understand that you put yourself in a vulnerable spot, and that person is attacking you, and the goal could be to show that you, the hitchhiker, is an aggressive type person. That's not the goal that you want to present yourself while you're in public. When you're in public, you want to present yourself as pristine, but don't let there be defaults that are so noticeable that you fail to realize it at that moment. It's not about being the better person. It's about being able to handle the situation. Don't argue or try to convince the other person of anything. That is number 12. 13. Keep extra space between you and the person. Your instinct may be trying to calm the other person down by putting your arms on theirs. And man, I'm just like, see ya, son of a gun. I'm out of here. I don't want nothing to do with you. 15. Set limits and boundaries. While some of the above tips have encouraged listening and letting the angry person vent, you also have the right to be assertive and say, please don't talk to me like that. That's the best thing you can actually say, is please don't talk to me like that. Talk to me like a human, like we are. I don't want more of the outrated situation. 15 or 16. Trust your instincts. If your gut is saying this is going downhill fast, be ready to do what you need to do to remain safe. Safety is number one out there when you're dealing with a crazy person. Look for an exit strategy. It's best to be in public. It's best to know when to hit the ejection button. I've been in cars, I've been in situations like, holy shit, this is going awkward, this is going nowhere fast, I don't want to be in a car with that person. I've been in situations like that. I've been in situations that there's been people that were on a death mission. I'm like, I don't care if you kill yourself, but don't take me with you. More likely, they'll pull over and let you go, and they go on their merry way. I've been in places, in vehicles, that drivers, these two brothers, they were beating the hell out of each other. I think they were friends or brothers, I don't know. And they laughed about it. I don't know if that was more of a scare tactic or just pranking me, thinking that, hey, we're violent type people, so you don't mess with us. Now, more likely, if a yuppie is watching this at this point in stage of the video, a hitchhiker, dirty kid, or anybody that is traversing with a loaded pack, meaning when I say loaded pack is with their possessions, they're not inclined to hurt you. They're only interested in getting to their destination for the night or their spot. 18, debrief after the situation is over. Talk to someone about what happen. It's okay to talk to somebody on a situation. Ask them, did I handle this right? Did I do it right? Did I did something wrong? What did I do to provoke or by accidentally provoke that to happen? Just ask somebody that you think you can trust. People understand. People will comfort you to let you know that you have done something right to avoid the situation. Now, 20 says, give yourself credit for going through an uncomfortable situation. It takes a lot of energy not to act like a jerk when someone else is behaving badly. Don't skip that step. Number 20. So if you really want to find out more of this stuff, you can head on to the link down below. I try to post everything. Right now I'm actually copying it to clipboard, so you can find it in the description. So I really hope some of this tips that psychologytoday.com brought to you. This is not sponsored. I couldn't find anybody to talk about this situation. It happens. It does. Well, I really hope you guys really loved the tips, and please be safe out there if you're hitchhiking or doing the van life. Peace, love, stay true, and be happy. And remember, if anybody never said they loved you, I love you guys. So, peace for now.